I think we got to a point when we have enough functionalities that we can share extension with the world. And what's better way to do it than uploading it to the Chrome Web Store? So in this chapter I will show you how to do that. And since we followed the best practices of WXT, we should get the Firefox version for free as well. How to do it? So if we open package.json, we can see the dev script that we've been using quite heavily, and we can see that there is another called build. We will not touch it right now, but as you can imagine, it generates the bundle. But what we're using is zip, which is similar to build, except it prepares it for us to submit it to the web store. So all I do is run zip. And as you can see, it created a lot of things and eventually it zipped everything into this file. However, it is called WXT starter instead of dev notes. Now that is because I never renamed my project in package.json. So let's fix that and try once again, because I prefer to have the correct name. Indeed, it created a zip file with the right name, and if I go to my output folder, I can see that it is indeed there. If I double click on it to see its contents, I can see that this is basically everything that web extension should contain, such as the manifest.json, the files, exactly as we configured. So I will just copy this zip file into my desktop, and I will use this to submit to the web store. To submit a Chrome extension to the web store, you will need to have a developer membership, which costs approximately $5. Now, I already have this membership, so I can't show you step by step how to do it, but it's super simple. You are basically guided through the whole process. And anyways, I will leave a link below just so you can read more about it. So I opened Chrome Web Store developer dashboard, and as you can see, I don't have any Chrome extension yet, but I can change it by dropping a zip or CRX file here. So let me just drop the file that I created. As you can see, it already detected the name of the extension and the summary. These are from the manifest file, and on top of that it also detected the permissions that I request. Tab storage in the host, which we will have to fill out all the required fields. Let's get started. I go to store listing and start with the description, which before recording I wrote it. Let me just copy paste it there. Category, I think it's maybe workflow and planning. The language is English. I also created an icon, so I will just drag it here. It must be 128 times 128 pixels. And I also created screenshots, which, as you will see, can be 1280 times 800 pixels. And I also created 3 screenshots that I will upload here. Now, I tried to drag and drop all 3 at the same time. It didn't work, so I have to do it one by one, which is okay. Of course, they are totally out of order, but that I can easily fix with the arrows. There. The rest I don't need to touch, but before continuing, make sure to press Save Draft, because this page is not auto-saving, and if you change the tabs, your changes will be gone, so it doesn't hurt. Now I can go to privacy. For the single purpose, I will write user can attach notes to any web page and they can see again once they visit the given URL again, or in the summary or the notes they created. tabs justification. The extension needs to know which tab is selected to show it a related note. Storage justification. Restore the user's notes host permission justification. The user can post a note in relation to any URL. That page. Are you using remote code? Nope, we do not. Again, save draft. So you can see the submit for review button is still not active, but I have this little help. Why can't I submit? Well, I see that there are 3 reasons. The first one is that I haven't accepted our data usage policy. The second is to add the contact email, and I also need to verify the contact email. The first one is on the privacy practices tab, and the second 2 are on the account tab. So it even gives me some information where to look. Okay, let's see. Privacy tab. What did I not accept? So I certified these 3 and save draft. Alright, that one is gone. Now I need to find the account tab to verify my email address. The account tab is not where you would expect, but it's hiding under this hamburger menu. So you go there. And these are information about your account. I received this email about the confirmation, so let me just do that. Boom, your contact email address is now verified. The rest I will leave as it is, and again I need to save changes. Okay, let's go back to items, and I have tab notes, which is still a draft. But now I should be able to submit for review since I fixed all the outstanding problems. So that is exactly what I will do. Run roll. Every extension is reviewed, blah 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 blah. Try to narrow down the permissions, and once the extension is reviewed, it will be published automatically if I want to. Yes, I want to. It is perfectly fine. I accept this, and now it's submitting, and now it is pending review. It will take a few days. To me normally it takes maximum 3 days, but first time is the slowest. Then once you have your extension out in the web store and you submit new versions, new packages, then it should be so much faster, a couple of hours. Now I just want to show you that when you go to the package, then you see this one is the current version, but in case you want to upload a new version, let's say version 2.0, you would click on upload new package. So this was the process how to submit it to Chrome Web Store. I will come back in a few days to show you the final result. Here we go again. A couple of days have passed and we got a positive feedback from the Chrome Web Store. Well, they explain that our extension has been approved and it's available to download from the web store. So you can go and check it out. Here's the link. That went quite smoothly. Now that's done, let's see how we can upload our extension to the Firefox add-ons website, which is just as easy, if not even easier, than it was with the Chrome Web Store. So let's see. The process is similarly straightforward. I go to addons.mozilla.com. To submit an extension to Firefox, you actually don't need a paid membership. You can just sign up on addons.mozilla.org and submit a new add-on. It should be publicly listed. I need to create a new zip file, so I go burn zip Firefox, and it created the Firefox extension with sources. Indeed, here is our zip file. I can just upload it. It does some checks automatically, and I check that I'm not a robot. Alright, here now I said that I'm using generators or minifiers, so it asks me to upload the source file, which luckily I have. I can use the same marketing copy that I used in the Chrome extension. I guess for the license I will just choose Mozilla license, and for notes to reviewer I will just write the extension is built it WST to create the zip file and the zip Firefox script from the package JSON. And submit version. Oh, the slug is already in use. That's a bummer, but it happens. I'm not the first person to come up with tab notes, but I can edit the slug, so the slug will be leave notes on any page. And now I can submit again. And I still have an error. As you can see, it's not the most visible, but I need to pick at least one category apparently, which in my case will be tabs. That makes sense. Bookmark, maybe bookmarks too. Now I can really submit my extension. And it is submitted. It is pending review, just like it was with the Chrome extension. In the meantime, I can manage my listing, upload pictures here as well, and add an icon. Let's start with the icon because we already have it ready. And I can also upload screenshots. Here the sizes are more flexible, but I will still add the same 3 that I added. And as you can see, the status is a rating review. I hope that in a day or 2 I can come back to you with the updates. And another positive reply, the Firefox team also approved our extension. You shouldn't run into any problems if you keep the permissions to the minimum and you have a good explanation why you need them. And with that, we reached the end of this web extension course. We created a web extension from ground zero and we ended up publishing it into 2 extension stores. Of course, we've only been scratching the surface and there are a lot more left to discover. You can bring your favorite tools such as React, Vue, Tailwind CSS, and you can work with countless other, more advanced APIs of the browser. If you want to download the source code or learn more about this project, visit webextensiontutorial.com. And if you're walking away with new, useful knowledge, please leave a thumbs up or write some comments so others can also find these videos.